the University of Virginia finds itself at the center of a legal storm, agreeing to comply with the Trump administration's directives on admissions and hiring practices. This decision marks the latest development in a series of agreements between educational institutions and the government, aimed at resolving investigations into their diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) policies. But what does this mean for the future of higher education? Let's dive in. The Justice Department's scrutiny, which began in April, focused on the university's adherence to federal guidelines. Officials raised concerns about the university's president, James Ryan, and his handling of DEI initiatives, which the Trump administration viewed as potentially unlawful. And this is the part most people miss. The pressure mounted so intensely that President Ryan announced his resignation in June, citing the high stakes involved in challenging the federal government. The agreement dictates that the university will adhere to federal guidance, ensuring non-discrimination in admissions and hiring. Furthermore, the university must provide quarterly data through 2028, with the president personally certifying compliance each quarter. This settlement mirrors similar agreements reached by Columbia and Brown universities. Columbia paid $200 million, while Brown contributed $50 million to Rhode Island workforce development organizations. The Justice Department's letters directly criticized President Ryan, accusing him of attempting to evade federal anti-discrimination laws. The core of the federal inquiry centered on the university's progress in implementing a March 7 resolution from its governing board, which demanded the elimination of DEI programs on campus. The University of Virginia as a public institution became a focal point in the Trump administration's efforts to reform higher education. Previously, the administration had primarily focused on elite private colleges like Harvard, which were accused of tolerating anti-Semitism. The White House has since broadened its campaign to include other public campuses, such as the University of California, Los Angeles, and George Mason University. The Charlottesville campus faced increased scrutiny this year after conservative critics alleged that it had simply renamed its DEI initiatives instead of eliminating them. The Justice Department expanded its review and initiated a separate investigation into alleged anti-Semitism in May. But here's where it gets controversial. Prominent critics, like America First Legal, a conservative group founded by Trump aide Stephen Miller, accused the university of merely repackaging its DEI initiatives under new terms. Similar accusations have surfaced at George Mason University, where the governing board defended the president despite allegations that he prioritized diversity initiatives over qualifications in hiring. Interestingly, the board approved a pay increase for President Gregory Washington on the same day it adopted a resolution opposing DEI in favor of a merit-based approach. What do you think? Do you believe these agreements are a step towards fair practices, or do they undermine the progress of diversity and inclusion in higher education? Share your thoughts in the comments below.